Dave, great to have you on the show again, because that's what you do. So it's time to ask you a trivia question about the show. Okay. Are you ready for your this show? I'm asking you a trivia question about the show you are on and have been on for over 3 years. The question is, when we were in a studio, what color were the chairs?
The chairs were covered with like black cloth.
What color were the chairs in the studio?
Black.
I mean, the ones we sat in, Dave.
I think black, right?
Okay, great, Dave. Again, I thought this would be the first trivia question about the show that you are on that you would get right.
And it's about chairs. You think I remember chairs?
They were mustard yellow, Dave. Mustard yellow.
Okay.
All right. Anyway,
and I just had some mustard.
Okay, great. Let's get started with the show. Please, if you're out there, please subscribe. You can check us out at Six Unseemly on all social media and unseemlyquestions.com. Here we go with the show.
Six Unseemly Questions!
Welcome to Six Unseemly Questions. I'm your host, Victor Varnado. This is my sidekick, Dave Rosinsky. All right, we've got a great contestant on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for WeiWei.
Welcome.
Come on up, WeiWei. How are you doing? Welcome to the show. This is the part where you turn your camera on, WeiWei. And there's you look great, WeiWei.
Thank you.
You look fantastic. All right. So WeiWei, we have a studio audience. Our studio audience, we have Yamanika Saunders and Sarah Hartshorn. What a great studio audience we have today. Thank you so much for being on the show. You two can turn your cameras on, please. If you wouldn't mind. Yes, there we go. Oh, is that you?
All right.
Yamanika? Is that a picture of you? You can answer me, Yamanika. He's just like, figure it out. Okay.
That's me when I was a kid.
It's not just some random kid that you just found online?
No, that's a skinnier version of me when I first started having weight problems.
All right, so it is time, WeiWei, for me to explain how the show works. And once I explain it, we're going to get started. Here's how the show works. I'm going to ask you 6 unseemly questions. At the end of each question, I will ring a bell if I like your answer like this. However, if I do not like your answer, I'll not ring the bell, and I'll tell you why. Regardless of how many bells you get at the end of the show, you can win $5 whole if I decide that your appearance on the show is worth $5. All right, are you ready to get started, WeiWei?
Yes, the stakes are very high.
Very high.
It's time for question number 1. Question number 1. Would you call yourself an influencer?
No.
No? Why not? Why? I mean, because people would call you an influencer, but why would you not call yourself an influencer?
I would consider myself more of a recording artist, and my social media presence is more just part of that work. But I guess the influencing is a byproduct of that. Yeah.
You're not trying to get other people to wear tinfoil hats like that?
Maybe I should. If I can monetize on that, then
it's for aliens. It's for aliens, right?
If you're listening to the show only on audio, what you're missing is that WeiWei got the time zone wrong, so she is now doing the show from the hairdresser, and she has big foil things in her hair, just like a freaking cartoon character of a 1950s housewife. I guess that's what I associate with, because I have no idea what it's for.
It does kind of make me want to go blonde. I feel influenced.
Oh, it's for color. Okay.
Yes.
Sarah, you said it makes you want to go blonde?
Yeah, that's what that does. That's what's happening.
Oh.
And I feel influenced. I do kind of. It makes me miss.
Oh, that's so flattering. It kind of looks like an astronaut got electrocuted.
Okay, nice. So I'm gonna say
you can all go blonde after the show.
I'm going to say for that question, no bell. And I'll tell you why. It's because you said, no, you weren't an influencer, and then later said yes. So that was really confusing.
That is confusing.
Okay.
All right. It is time for question number 2. But before we go on to question number 2, WeiWei, can you tell people out there what you do?
Yes, I am a data scientist by day and a recording artist at all other hours.
A data scientist by day and a recording artist at all other hours. Does that mean you just comb through data?
Yeah, essentially. I write code and I work with data visualization tools and a lot of boring stuff.
I
I
like
shouldn't
how
say
you,
that.
I like how you say data normally, because some people say data and then there's like the data people. It's really a mess.
I don't find that boring. I think that's awesome. I started out my whole life as a computer programmer,
Oh,
and
really?
I
Wow.
still
Very
make
cool.
video games on the side for fun. Like
I love that.
Yeah, I'm 100% down. I love coding. I don't know why, but I do. All right, it's time for question number 2. Question number 2: what's the biggest hardship you've ever experienced?
Biggest hardship I've ever experienced.
And you can answer these questions in any way you want. Just saying.
I think probably going through a really tough breakup a couple years ago. Probably matters of the heart are always really hard for me.
You know, a lot of people have said that matters of the heart are truly rare, but the stone has a power when it's there.
Are you reading off a teleprompter?
No, that's actually from The Secret of Nim, if you are familiar with that. It's a
Oh, I'm
rats
not.
with swords, I guess is the best way to explain it. And so you had a breakup, and the breakup was difficult. Why would you say? Because it was like one of those where it was like you've been together for so long, and then suddenly you have to be apart, and then just like your world is feels as though it has been ripped asunder.
Well, I guess if we truly unpack that question, the answer would be my childhood.
You changing your
But-
answer again? Whoa!
Yeah, I'm the worst. No, no, I think it is that. Like when somebody is like just so they're like your family, and then they're just all of a sudden not.
Wait, are you talking about a childhood breakup?
No, I'm talking about a breakup, but I guess the root of all relationship problems are your childhood, right? That's what they
Mhm.
say.
Yeah, Sigmund
They
Freud.
can be. Okay, you know, I'm gonna say no bell on that question again, and
No.
I'm gonna. This is the first time
Is
I've ever
the
had the
answer
same
change
reason
again?
for giving no bell.
Wow, back to back.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever had the same reason for giving no bell, which is changing your answer backwards. You know, you had many different answers for that question.
She's changing her hair color. So why do you think she wouldn't change her answers?
Yeah.
There's a crazy woman in the studio. I'm just kidding. That is Yamanika Sanders. And
You shouldn't be dating when you're a
she's
kid
coming
either.
down firmly on your side. What did you say, Dave?
I said she shouldn't have been dating when she was a kid either.
Oh,
still a
I'm
kid.
sorry.
I don't ever not want to be a kid.
We're all a kid inside, you know?
So none of us should be dating.
No, we're not ready
That's
yet.
true.
We need to mature. We're too immature.
Yeah, you especially.
Hey,
Wow,
that hurts.
There you go.
That,
I
going
like
right
it.
for the right for my blue and red plaid shirt.
It is time for question number 3. Question number 3. WeiWei, would you be a good superhero?
Yes. And I'm not going to change my answer on that one.
Okay. And why would you be a good superhero?
Because a lot of anime is Asian, and I'm Asian, so that's my answer.
You know what? You're going to get a bell. I'm so glad that's your answer. You're like, we own anime. We got superheroes. We're the first. You know what? That's your first bell. Congratulations, WeiWei.
Congrats.
It is
Thank you.
time for question number 4. WeiWei. We are really zipping along. This is question number 4. Will you sing a song to Dave?
Will you?
Sure. What should I sing?
Do
It's
something.
really up to you, and your choices will determine whether or not you get a bell. So
Do something nice, you know, something heartfelt, you know.
you can listen to Dave or not listen to him.
Something
Remember
that
how happy I got when you insulted Dave earlier? Just saying.
I get happy when he gets insulted. Do something about the salon and how beautiful it is there. You know that number?
Somewhere over the rainbow. What are the lyrics?
Salons.
Way up high, there's a place that I know of once on Lullaby.
Wait, how do you know that song?
Because I'm a theater kid as well. And you get a bell.
You're definitely not a kid.
I didn't know Somewhere Over the Rainbow was Mozart, and like, wow, you knew that? Everybody should know Somewhere Over the Rainbow. You never
Yeah,
went to
Dave.
Disneyland?
Yeah, that's right, Mozart.
You never went to Disneyland? You never had a childhood?
Listen to
Who are we
Yamanika.
all
She's in
talking
front
to
of a
right now,
picture
me?
of
Oh,
herself.
I'm talking to you. You never heard Patty LaBelle go somewhere?
Obviously, I know. I've heard the song.
Okay.
I've heard the song.
I'm sorry to break this up, but we're going to go on with the show. It is time for question number 5.
Already?
Question number 5. WeiWei, if you could choose, how would you die?
Ooh.
Your hair.
If you could choose.
Drugs.
Just kidding.
Drugs?
Drugs.
Like any particular kind of drugs? I mean, because like when, for instance, if somebody runs into on train tracks and then the train is coming and then they stand on the train tracks and then they try to punch the train in the face, they will still say drugs. So there seems to be a lot more to drugs. Like what version of death by drugs do you mean?
Yeah, like
I
Advil,
don't know.
Tylenol. What are you into?
Just like a non-painful, quick death.
Oh, okay.
Like so. I
Now
guess,
I understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
And if I'm
you
gonna
can-
that
die,
kind of drug.
You can get one of those injection drugs that's a long, drawn out, very painful, months and years death.
Dave, that's the opposite of what you just
no,
suggested.
no. I want the
Are
yeah.
you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah, I want the quick way.
Yes.
But that doesn't hurt, you know? Like if I know I'm dying, then I would
mean
rather
hurt-
just do it in a way that's like enjoyable and quick.
Right.
You mean hurt your feelings?
That is you know what? This is one of the only questions that actually has a right answer. So I'm going to say no bell on that question. Because if you could choose, how would you die? The correct answer is orgasm. All right. It is time for question number 6. All right.
I mean,
Question number
drugs
6.
is like the same, but okay.
Doing drugs is the same as an orgasm?
I
It
mean, is that
not
what
the
you
same.
meant? Is that what you meant by
No.
saying drugs?
It lasts longer than
Yeah.
Last longer? Okay.
For you guys.
Oh yeah.
I'm still
What?
orgasming from a week ago. All right, it is time for.
I think that's called.
that's like
something
scientifically
else.
improbable.
That's just called.
I
That's just
agree
called
with you.
soiling your trouser. That's.
I
Different.
agree with you. There is a possibility I was just making a joke. All right, it is time for question number 6. Question number 6: explained aerial yoga.
Is that somebody's name?
No, that's a thing you can do.
You basically do tricks on ropes hanging from the ceiling.
Not jumping
And
off
can-
airplanes.
And you contort your body in yoga-like ways with an instructor that tells you to ground yourself and your energy and meditate.
You meditate while doing aerial rope. I don't know what the base form of the activity is called.
Rope aerobatics,
but-
I think.
But while doing aerial on ropes, you do yoga as well, like at the same.
You do your homework at the same time
well,
too.
it's aerial yoga, so yes.
Yes. Well, you know, I was about to give you a bell until at the very end when you explained aerial yoga to me by its own name, like I was stupid. Other than that, it was a great answer. I'm very interested in it. But when you're like, well, it's aerial yoga, yeah, then no bell for that question. But great
Oh.
information. So on top of that, I'm actually going to
yeah, now
try
we
and
know.
find out
Now we know
more
what's
about
up
it.
with aerial yoga
Now we know a little bit more about aerial yoga.
and where to
WeiWei,
find him.
WeiWei, you have answered all 6 of your questions, and now it's time to decide whether or not you get $5. But before we do that, can you tell everybody out there where to find you?
You can find me on Instagram at XOXOWeiWei, on TikTok at WeiSquared, and my website, and on Spotify, WeiWei.
WeiWei. It's spelled WEIWI. Great.
Yes.
We met originally when you were on one of my other shows singing, which was great.
Yeah.
All right. Now, WeiWei, it's time to decide whether or not you get $5 whole. We usually canvass the room. So let's do that right now. Let's start off with Dave. Dave, what do you think? Should WeiWei get $5?
Yeah, I think it was cool that she did the show from the museum or wherever she is. And you know, it's a lot. We don't really get guests in other places besides their homes, so that was cool. I like your graduation costume. Congrats.
Thank you.
He seems to be 100% behind you, getting 100% behind you getting $5. So we'll see how that works out for you, WeiWei. Let me ask, where did Yamanika go? This is her part of the show.
I'm here.
Oh, Yamanika.
Get my camera for
Should
my,
WeiWei
mhm.
should WeiWei get $5?
The additional $5.
Yes, the additional $5.
Look at, she's getting her hair done. She needs it. She multitasks to be here. That I'm telling you, that hair color she getting is not going to be cheap. Absolutely, give her $5.
Okay, the Yamanika
you.
seems to be 100% behind you getting $5.
How much you gonna leave for tip?
Who, me?
No, her.
She's asking.
$5.
That's intrusive. Don't ask her that while she in the chair like that.
Yeah, Dave, how inappropriate. Sarah Hartshorn, what do you think? Should WeiWei get $5?
I do. I was gonna say the exact same thing as Yamanika. She's getting her hair done. That's not cheap. I remember, doing it. It also takes a long time to bleach, even when you're just doing roots. Time is money.
I'm sensing a lot of hair camaraderie.
Yeah.
You guys use Pert Plus?
Per plus.
No, and neither should
Like
you.
a white from 1985. Per. You kidding me?
I was kidding.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was kidding.
If I can just interrupt Yamanika's rant for just a minute, please. Rachel, our producer, what do you think? Should WeiWei get $5?
Yeah, so she works a lot with data after the data has been collected, and I enjoy collecting data. And so we would make a really great team, and we need $5.
What is going on?
And we
A data collection team? What are
A
we talking
team?
about?
Yeah, we would make a great team. We need $5 to invest into
What do you mean
that.
we?
You do not have to be a team with Rachel, by the way, WeiWei. Rachel,
see
can
us
you
going
take your
into a
creepiness
business
out of here for a
together.
second?
It's
Do
Not
you
a
mind?
part of this. This is not shush.
What?
They're a
This is
team
the
now.
start of something new.
Are you guys a team or not?
As
Are
part
you a
of your
team or
team.
no? Let us know, right?
We
are
need to
indeed a
purchase
team.
SPS Studio.
So you are a team. All right, they are a team. Now Rachel has a vested interest in the $5. How are we going
Rachel,
to...
I thank you so much for your input. And
Thank you for
so we'll
your
see how it turns
input.
out for WeiWei.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we just don't know yet at this point, do we?
All right. She's gone, everybody. We're
Thank God.
safe. Now, WeiWei, what do you think? Should you get $5 for appearing on the show?
Yes.
All right, I agree with you. Yeah, you get $5. Congratulations, WeiWei. $5 whole for
Thank
appearing
you.
on the show. We're just going to wrap up the show by saying, Dave, what did you learn from this week's show?
I learned a lot about these tinfoil things, and what was the other thing that we talked about? That there's no such thing as good superheroes.
Got it. All right, Dave. You took something away from the show. Everyone out there, please follow us at Six Unseemly on all social media and unseemlyquestions.com.
Starburns Audio, a podcast network.